Capcom to develop new Mega Man games, Assassin's Creed Black Flag is getting a remake, and PlayStation 5 Slim soon to be announced. All of this news and more in today's episode. This is A Week in Gaming. And well, to start off, although this is difficult news and bitter news, we gotta start off with them and talk about them from the beginning, because Beyond Good and Evil 2 creative director Emile Morsel has died at the age of 40. Reported on Thursday, Emile Morsel passed away. Many core workers left messages on Twitter about the developer, talking about the good moments, the achievements, and everything good they had with him. And of course, as always, it's not gonna be an easy time for any of them. The game designer worked on Ubisoft during 14 years, in which he worked on Rayman Legends. And of course, with these types of news, it also brings into question what's gonna happen with Beyond Good and Evil 2, which already seems to be lost in development. What is the future for this game? Because if we remember back in February from a report on Kotaku, according to it, Beyond Good and Evil 2 was still not even technically in pre-production, as Ubisoft Montpellier, sorry, I don't know French. Montpellier, I believe, had yet to settle on a creative vision for the project. It is definitely a difficult situation all around. Hopefully the game can come out at some point with still the vision that the creator wanted. And of course, may he rest in peace. And also with another set of news that are very, sad news. Daedalic Entertainment calls it quits on developing games. These are the folks that brought you the Lord of the Rings Gollum. Yes, the game that nobody liked, that had a lot of problems, and to be frank, probably nobody asked for. But we're finding out that through a statement that was provided to a German gaming website, Gameswirtschaft, that unveiled the company was ending its game development department. And this also comes with the halt from continuing production of any other game installment they had been working on for the Lord of the Rings franchise. Certainly a difficult thing, right? Because making a AAA game nowadays is very expensive and time consuming, and as many other studios have said, once you do one and it doesn't work, it kinda kills you. And we can certainly see that with this studio. Unfortunate, but let's hope for the better of everybody who's probably gonna lose their job. But moving on from those news, there's been a loud rumor about Assassin's Creed Black Flag. It's reportedly getting a remake, according to Kotaku's sources, who claim that a remake of the 2013 cross-generation PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 game is currently in its earliest stages and will not be completed for at least a few years. I know it's not the timeline we would like to hear, but hey, they're working on it. Ubisoft Singapore, one of the studios that worked on Black Flag, especially its boating gameplay, will reportedly be heavily involved in helping to modernize the game. But to be frank, these types of news are not surprising to hear, especially because Ubisoft currently has 11 Assassin's Creed games planned. A whooping 11 games. Remember when we got a little bit annoyed because they were releasing a new Assassin's Creed game every year? Well, they have 11 on the board to be made. Ubisoft is going all in with the franchise. On one side, I am excited, but at the same time, I'm gonna be cautious about it, because Ubisoft needs to prove they can make good games out of this franchise, and that they still care for it, you know? Let's hope and see what happens with Assassin's Creed Mirage, because if they flop on that, I am not expecting good things in the future. But if they do good, well, I'll keep my optimism high. But now up to some other big exciting news. While we're waiting for the verdict from the FTC trial versus Microsoft, more documents seem to have leaked some information. Court documents say a new PlayStation 5 Slim is releasing this year. First spotted by Game Rant, the document states PlayStation likewise sells a less expensive digital edition for $399 $99 and is expected to release a PlayStation Slim later this year at a same reduced price point. I'm thinking Xbox trying to say, hey, we have the Series S, but hey, PlayStation is gonna have a different console, slimmer console, cheaper console, I don't know. But hey, it sounds like a good news. This console is scheduled to release in September 2023, and the new PlayStation 5 will have a detachable disc drive as a means of reducing the PS5 entry price point. It is unclear what this console is gonna be called, but everybody assumes it's gonna be called PlayStation Slim. And it's a bit of the perfect arrival for those that wish to play Spider-Man 2 in October and don't want to spend too much money on the console. Or maybe we're getting a bundle with the game in the console. Who knows, but it's certainly interesting news that are gonna be happening for PlayStation. Now, for a few brief news, it's been announced that Naraka Bladepoint is coming to PS5 and is going free to play next week. Originally released for PC in August 2021 before making its way to Xbox Series X and S in June 2022 and last December on Xbox One, now it's making its way to PS5. And while it's appearing on PS5, at the same time it's gonna be free to play on July 15th. So, new Battle Royale for those interested. Also, different brief news, another game is coming free to play and it's gonna be Disney Speedstorm. Yes, the Mario Kart that made by Disney. It's confirmed to be free to play, launch on September 28th for PC and consoles, and finally completing its early access period. Exciting news! Many free games. Let's go. And finally, with the last big news, Capcom is considering how to approach making new Mega Man games. That's right, the little man is coming back. Capcom has been on a streak of successful games recently, I'm not gonna lie. They've been killing it, and it seems they want to move that success into the forgotten Mega Man legacy. During a Q&A session following its latest annual meeting of shareholders, one of them pointed out that the last retro compilation Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection has sold more than 1 million copies since it was released in April. This suggesting that there's quite a lot of interest from the public to have more Mega Man series games going. So, Capcom answered, "We are considering how to approach the production of new entries in the series, which requires numerous factors including the development of a solid concept, ideas, and gameplay." And well, let's hope they make something out of it and it's not just words, because after seeing the comeback from Sonic on Sega's side, and all their older games making a comeback and selling in a good amount, it shouldn't be a surprise the attention this has gathered from shareholders and studios to bring back old games into the modern times. And I'm sure anyone will go back and play these old classic games as long as they are in good condition and playable. But oh well, that's all for this episode. If you liked the video, remember to leave a like and share, it really helps out. Don't forget to subscribe. I love to post videos about gaming news and review or recommend games. I'm the Honey Badger. See you on the next video. Keep on gaming.